Welcome to another episode of the Doll Diaries. Now, if you don't know me already, my name is Claire. I've been on YouTube for quite some time now, mainly talking about crafts. I have a current series of videos called the Stitch Diaries, but I've had various different series of videos over my time being on YouTube, but it has developed now into the Doll Diaries. So I've got two series running alongside each other. Now, if you are a Stitch Diary viewer, then do not fear, I have got a Stitch Diaries coming up soon. I've been doing a little bit of footage of me sewing, but I haven't actually sat in front of the camera and chatted with you, but I've got loads to talk about because it's been quite some time. But I'll show you a little sneaky peek of what I'm sewing at the moment. And this is what I'm doing. So some of you that are watching this, you might not be crafters because you're tuning in for the doll, all the doll unboxing and doll fun that I've been having here. But this is one style of sewing that I do, and it's called, well, you can call it either free motion machine embroidery or freehand embroidery, and it's basically, it's embroidery you do on a machine, but the machine doesn't do it for you. You literally see it as like a pencil on paper, and you are basically doing it with, you know, you're moving the fabric. The needle stays in one place and you are moving the fabric. Yeah, and this is what I'm working on. It's actually going to be a bag. So I've done all the embroidery on this side, and now I've got to flip it over and I'm working on the embroidery this side. So what I'm planning on doing, I'm hoping to get that finished. And then I was thinking of doing a Stitch Diary, but it just depends. I don't want to keep people waiting a long time. So maybe I'll do the Stitch Diaries before it's finished, because I could always show them the Barbie jumper, which I know it's for Barbie, but it's out of an Ari and Carlos book, so I could talk a bit about that. And there's loads of exciting things. Poppy's got a Christmas thing coming out, and what else? And Luna Lappin fans. Luna Lappin, if you don't know, is a stuffed bunny rabbit that you mainly sew by hand, a little bit on the machine. Yeah, there's some exciting Luna things going on. So yeah, I'm going to be talking all about that in my Stitch Diary video. Anyway, right, back to dolls. Are you ready for some doll fun? Because I certainly am. Now, I've got various dolls that I haven't got out of boxes, and I've got a slight idea of what I might unbox today, because I'm going ice skating, and my figure skating coach said, have you got your mini with you? And I said, oh, I haven't today. And she said, oh, bring her down, we'll take some photographs and things. I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, here she is. This is my mini that I've been using for ice skating. This one, I've been having a plait in her hair. Her hair obviously is fairer than mine, but she's blonde and dark-eyed, and she's dressed in black. Now, I don't always dress in black ice skating, but I can dress in black, which I have done for the purposes of twinning with my mini. So twinning is winning. So anyway, the only problem I've got with this doll is she's a camera woman doll, which I've mentioned before, and she's got great articulation on the arms. She bends them, it's to hold a video camera, but she doesn't have anything on the knees. She can bend at the hips, so she can do that, and so she does look quite good as a figure skater, because you often are told, have your legs straight, and yeah, we'll just put her arms out or something. Oh, actually, you can have them back if you're doing something called a spiral. Put them back like this. So you can do some great figure skating things with this doll. Actually, she's a bit upright for that move, and you can spin like this as well, camel spin. So I actually spin on my right leg. I would do spin on my left leg for my back spin, but on my right leg for front way spins anyway. So anyway, but this girl, she does need a more articulated body, because there are things you do figure skating where you do bend your legs, so she's no good for that. So I've been trying to find a body donor for this girl, because yeah, she needs more articulation. I have got the other mini, but I kind of, what I'm finding is with my minis, it's good to have different minis and just leave their hair in that way, and then you haven't got to keep restyling the hair for doing Tuesday is twinning is winning with grandma. It's an Instagram challenge actually. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen my recent Instagram challenge, and it was called the Glasdollbury, and it's basically, there's a festival in England that's in I think it's in Bristol, called Glastonbury. It's been going for years, but this was Glasdollbury, so it's like a doll version, and it was a thing to do on Instagram. And yes, I had an epic fail, and I've got a little bit of a video. Actually, I've got a 1-minute video of my efforts. Would you like to see it? It's only 1 minute long. Right, I'm going to send you off to that video now. If you don't want to see it, just move along the timestamp and I'll see you at the end. Right, I hope you've seen that. So yeah, oh gosh, wasn't my cat funny? I just, oh, that, what it is, they're not used to being around the dolls, because I generally, they do get in here, but I generally keep them out of here. But as I say, they sneak in, but the dolls are higher up, and the dolls that are upstairs, I've got in boxes and are high up. So yeah, they're not really around them, and I think they were getting a bit protective over them. And actually, a bit of footage I didn't get is before all that footage where the fight kicked off and everything. My one cat, the white one, that's Sky, he's a ragdoll. I've got 2 ragdolls, but he's a blue pointed, and my other one, which you didn't see in that film, is a chocolate pointed. Well, he got in the tent, inside the Barbie tent, but instead of filming him, I was too busy trying to get him out of it, because he was, you know, ruining everything. So yeah, it was a bit of an epic fail, but it is still going on, so I could do more, but I'd like to have basically built a stage, like a prop, to do more the musical side of things. And I've actually got a prop that it's a doll in a box. It was one of the ones that I had shipped from America when I was making that order, and yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to get to use it for this, but surely I'm going to be doing this doll thing for a while, so, because obviously it's my business now, isn't it? So yeah, so, you know, and obviously my hobby as well. So anyway, so back to this girl. So I've been trying to find a body donor for her, so I'll show you the dolls I've got in mind. I don't want to break her arm, actually, she's been a bit weird. So, and there's another doll I want to give a body to as well. Actually, there's a few dolls I want to give a body to. I'm gonna let me find. Sorry about that, I had to cut a bit out. Now, I've bought a Playline doll, which is aimed at a younger audience of Barbie viewer, really, and it's Barbie Dreamtopia, and she's a fairy, right? Now, why I saw her online, and I really liked her pink hair. And she's got dark eyes as well, right? And well, you never know, maybe I might go pink. You know, pink washes out anyway. Maybe I'll have my hair pink at some point. Now, I think what it is, when you're blonde, I think it takes the colour, or the light you are, takes to these vibrant colours better, and they wash out and things. Anyway, I like this girl. I didn't really want her because she's a fairy. I just want her head, and I want to put her on a body. And this is what she looks like. So I'll just turn her to the side slightly to avoid the glare, but can you see her face? She's got a lovely face, hasn't she? So yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do. Now her wings do come off, but actually she's a lovely fairy. But what I was thinking of doing is maybe putting an actual Barbie, a blonde blue-eyed Barbie head on her, and then it would be nice because I'd have a proper Barbie fairy, and maybe even I'd move the fairy on to another home. Maybe I wouldn't keep the fairy, I don't know, in all honesty. But the only thing I've found is she's a lot more tanned than I was expecting. I think I was expecting her to be very light skinned, and but she looks tanned, doesn't she? So yeah, so I don't know how if I've got a suitable body donor for her actually, because I think I've used the tanned ones for my own minis in all honesty. So yeah, so that's one that I want to maybe get a head for. I want to get a head for obviously my figure skater, and I want a body, right, for an articulated body for a Disney doll. Now, how this has happened, it's like I've got Disney dolls. I've got a second-hand Merida, but who hasn't got her official outfit. I had to make her one because I rescued her from a charity shop. And I've got the Frozen girls. Here are they. So they might be familiar to you from the Frozen films. Well, actually, these are from Hamleys in London, and they weren't like really expensive because they're toys. But I was expecting them to be a little bit better, in all honesty, because I've seen Disney dolls and their arms bend, but these dolls' arms don't bend and their knees don't bend. They just bend at the hip. However, I think they're lovely. When I realised their lack of articulation, I just, when they've been out, they were just like standing anyway. So yeah, and they look quite nice standing, don't they? But if you wanted to do more with these dolls, then obviously you wouldn't be able to. So but basically what has happened is I'm in a Barbie group on Facebook, and somebody has been posting the princess from Rapunzel, the Disney film, and I just love that film anyway, Tangled, and I love that character. She's like one of my favourites. I've got a few favourite Disney princesses which I haven't got the dolls for, because I'm primarily, I'm collecting Barbie, but maybe I'll get the odd princess here and there over time. But but basically I saw that she was reduced, not a regular outfit doll that she wears in the film. It was like in a bit of a winter looking outfit, and it had been reduced on the Disney shop. So I have ordered her, and then I thought, I'll put her in an articulated body. But the more and more I think about it, she's in a lovely box in this lovely dress, so I think that one might be staying in the box. So I thought, well, what I need to do, I need to get another one. I need to get one I don't mind decapitating, because I don't think I want to decapitate that one. I want to leave her as she is, and when she arrives you'll understand. But my Rapunzel, that's a less, well, this wasn't, the other one wasn't expensive either. It wasn't an expensive doll, and it'd been reduced, but this is like even, do you know what, I think I might have paid more for this one actually, but she doesn't look as expensive, if you know what I'm saying. But here she is, Princess Rapunzel. What did she say? So this doll and includes doll and brush, basically. So here she is. I'm really excited about this actually. And you've not seen me unbox a Disney doll before, because when I unbox my Frozen girls, I wasn't doing the doll diaries. This is a more recent thing, these doll diaries. If you have a look at my playlist, you'll actually see how many doll diaries I've done. It's a snippet of all my, all my other videos that I've been doing for a few years. So I've just cut away the sticky stuff here. The reason I'm getting to film now, it's actually evening. I've had dinner. I've cooked for my husband, my 3 boys and my eldest son's girlfriend this evening. And I did have a bit of a hiccup because I was in the kitchen on my own doing this dinner and I was prepping all this salad and things, and I'm going to show you something. Basically, I had a fire. Right, and I thought it was the chips, but it wasn't the chips. I was trying to lightly toast the inside of the buns, and this is how they ended up. Yeah, so it's a bit, oh gosh, right, forget burnt buns on fire. Look, oh my goodness, look at her. Did I tell you what I was telling you about this Barbie group? Somebody has been posting this girl in the Barbie group, and she's put her on a Barbie made to move body and wearing Barbie clothes and things, and I loved it. But I must admit, seeing her here on her little balcony in her official dress, again, it seems a bit of a shame. Maybe I might need another one. Right, oh, she's lovely. Right, I'm going to get her out. I'll be careful because I don't want to ruin this box. So basically, I think if I wanted to put her back in the box, it would be pretty easy to do if I didn't want to keep her out. Right, she's basically lifted straight out. No damage to the box whatsoever. The brush is here. Oh, this is delightful. Oops. Oh gosh. Right. There's Disney Princess inside. I'm really pleased about that actually, because if I want to keep her in this box, yeah, I can do. I'm just trying to see how I close it without ruining anything. Yeah, how fabulous. These would be really good. I really like doll boxes that you can basically keep, and they're good for storing the dolls. Do you know, if you don't want to keep your dolls out all the time, which I don't have, like, don't get me wrong, you can always see a doll, there's dolls out in here, but they're not all out all of the time. I just couldn't do it because I just haven't got the room. Oh my goodness. She's got no shoes on. Right, her legs feel really rubbery compared to Barbie. I don't know who makes these dolls actually. Does anyone know actually? If you do, I don't know if it's Mattel. I know there's Hasbro and Mattel, and I know that, you know, sometimes one company's making them and another one. In all honesty, I don't know who made this doll, but all I'm saying is the legs, they remind me a little bit of like dolls when I was young. There, I say it. Right, so yeah, her legs feel like they're really rubbery. Right, let's see if they bend. Oh yeah, so I had dolls like this when I was a young girl that did bend a little, but they only did that, you know, nothing crazy. So she does bend a little bit, and you can sit her like that, look. And she has got, you know, some articulation, a bit like, not like the made to move bodies, but you know, you get those dolls sometimes they can, like this one, she's got like a little bit of articulation on the elbows, but not quite as good as the made to move. And she's got articulation on the wrist. So she could be, now don't get me wrong, if you was to leave this doll exactly as she is, you know, she's going to be able to do lots. Like, I think she'd be a bit like, you know, the doll I've made into Barbie and Mum. You know, I couldn't get her to do something I wanted her to do. This might be similar look. But yeah, but she could be expressive, like, oh dear. Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm pulling her hair out actually. Oh, I say I'm pulling her hair out. It's on an elastic, so that's not supposed to be there. There was actually another really nice doll, Rapunzel doll, and she had very long hair, but the reviews weren't very good on Amazon. People were saying the hair matted up on the first day, and they were really not happy. So her hair looks like it's nearly down to the floor. Just give it a little brush with her official brush. Yeah, she's really lovely, isn't she? She's blonde with what colour eyes? Green. I thought they were green. Green eyes. Oh, how lovely. I keep saying my eyes are brown, but they look different. Like, they look kind of like dark around the pupil and then green and then not dark again round the... Is it the iris? I don't know, sorry. I don't know a lot of eye anatomy. Oh, right, she has got a knot in her hair, which I'll just get out now. I might cut this out. I'm hoping that hasn't developed because I've been brushing her hair. I hope that was just in it and I've just discovered it. That was one thing I really disliked about dolls when I was a child, was doll's hair that you couldn't brush because it would go all frizzy and matted and things. It just made the game, you know, the play a little boring. So yeah, she's really lovely. Oh my goodness. She's got the sweetest face. Now, I'm into more realistic face dolls. That's why I think I like the Barbies. But yeah, this doll has got me. She kept posting pictures of her in, like, you know, regular clothes on this made to move body that I'm very familiar with. And I thought, oh gosh, I've told her as well. She's totally to blame. So she got little freckles, yeah. So she's lovely. So I hope you've seen my first live Disney unboxing. But yeah, she's lovely. So I don't know if it's going to be this video, but you know, she's going to be getting a new body if all goes to plan anyway. So yeah, so there's this one. So is that it then? So yeah, the fairy, I wanted to give her a new head. My skater. Now, what bodies have I got? Right. Now, I've only got 2 bodies. And what I was thinking is, it's probably going to be these 2. But if one of these bodies looks rather tanned, then the fairy's probably going to get it. So I'll show you the dolls I have in mind. Now, one has arrived. Have they both arrived today? Yeah, the body donors have arrived today. Now, I don't have any emotional attachment to baseball players, right, or baseball, because we don't have baseball in the UK, not as far as I know. It's not, you know, maybe there is some baseball going on somewhere in the UK, but I don't know about it. It's not a regular thing. We didn't do it in schools. The only thing I find I see it on is American films. Well, I have got this gorgeous baseball player, and she's on a made to move body, and I bought her to be a body donor, and I actually really like her clothes. But now she's arrived, I've got the guilt. It's happening again. But look, isn't she fab? I really like this doll. But what I've got to bear in mind, if I do take her body, you know, I've got other made to move blue-eyed, blonde-haired Barbies, and I've still got the outfit and things, haven't I? And all the accessories. And actually, she hasn't got the best faces. Now, no disrespect, she's very pretty, but you know, when you compare the paintwork and things, some look a bit more cheap than others, may I say, right? And I don't think this looks like a rather luxury looking doll in the face, if I can be perfectly honest. But she's very pretty. She's a typical pretty Barbie look about her. Now, oh my goodness, I've just noticed on her little baseball, it's actually got the Barbie logo, which is fab. And actually, I've bought some Barbie craft items, which I'm going to be doing unboxing and demoing. So one is actually a sewing related one, and one is actually a screen printing. So that I'll do separate videos for those, but it might be interesting for both my Stitch Diary and my Doll Diary viewers. So yeah, those are up and coming. So yeah, so I'm quite excited about that. So yeah, so that is this doll. Now I'm trying to look at how tan she is. But basically I need to get her out really, and just need to put her by the dolls. Looking at her, I think she looks okay. Earlier I did think, oh, she looks a bit tanned, more tanned than I expected. But yeah, we'll just see. Where I don't mind my minis having tan, but out of all my minis, this one is definitely the palest of all of them. The others have got a bit more colour to their skin. And the other body donor I've got another doll that probably needs a donor as well, actually. And this is the other one. Now this is a wheelchair Barbie. Now you have seen a wheelchair Barbie before. I've got her here actually. I say you might have seen one, but I mean on my channel before. Recently actually. This was the girl that I took her body and then I ended up giving it her back. So yeah, she's still here in a chair. She was actually in my little video for the doll Glasdollbury, wasn't she? So this is actually the second wheelchair I've got, because I bought a wheelchair Ken quite some time ago now because he was articulated, but then I've took his body and give it to my husband's mini, so I haven't got an articulated Ken anymore, but I have got his wheelchair, and obviously the doll is on my husband's original body, the shaving Ken's body. But this is another one, so I'm collecting wheelchairs, aren't I? I can't remember what colour Ken's wheelchair was. This one is red and this one is pink. Proper Barbie pink look, which is nice, and she's in a lovely outfit with gorgeous earrings, and again I love her. What it is, it's such a difficult thing to do. It is to take the heads off a doll you actually really like. Why can't they do more made to move bodies? I know I say I don't mind, right, if they've not got articulated bodies, because sometimes I'm just using them for my models, for my clothes, they look less unsightly because they haven't got all these joints. But there's a number of dolls I want with articulation, and then I don't want to take articulation off other dolls. But yeah, I've got to do this. Maybe what I'll do is I'll have a look at another articulated Barbie, and I'll think, one of the made to move yoga ones, and I think, which one do I want more to have an articulated body? So yeah, because this one, she's got earrings. Yeah, I love her. I love her, but yeah, she was meant to be a body donor, but she might not be. She might be like one of my best Barbies, because I like to have the real Barbie character in my collection, Malibu Barbie and Brooklyn Barbie as well. So yeah, we'll just see who I'm going to decapitate next. Anyway, right, now either I can go into some decapitation, but I suppose I've got to unbox, haven't I? Shall I unbox and compare some skins? But then I'm not entirely convinced what I'm doing now. So actually, I'll show you one of my doll storage ways while I'm here, because I brought these over. This is how I've been storing some of the dolls in these. They're very wide magazine files, and as long as you don't use a doll stand, you can get quite a few standing in here. So at the moment I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not all, like the two of them are the Frozen girls. I've got that do you ever want to ditch the colour reveal Barbie? She's in here. Prince Ken that you've seen before, he's in here. A Barbie that my mum got from a second-hand shop, an old one, and a Ken that she got from a second-hand shop as well. And this one is a teacher, and you might not have seen her before. She came with some lovely accessories that have been really good for my Harry Potter displays and things. But yeah, she's lovely. And I've got the barista Ken in here. Now, you may have heard me mention in other videos that my eldest son was a barista for a year. He has moved on from that now. He was at Starbucks. But yeah, that was him in mind. But yeah, he's no longer there. But great, I've got a man that works at the coffee place. And this is a Skipper doll. But she's a dark-skinned Skipper, not Kipper, with his lovely curly hair. She's very, very lovely. Now, she's actually she's either in Big City, Big Dreams in the background, or it's the It Takes Two series. But you do see some of these other dolls that are not main dolls popping up on Barbie's YouTube channel as well. Sometimes I've watched the odd video and I've spotted them in the background. Oh yes, that doll, right? So yeah, that's how I'm keeping the dolls. Some of them when they're not in use, and other ones they're the Fashionistas. So some of them I've got in one of my Calax things, but I've actually been using that insert of my pink Barbie to put Fashionista cases. These are all empty at the moment because these are the ones I've been using to model my dresses that I sell on Etsy. But what it is, I've been leaving the dresses on the model so I know what size, because actually I've only got one of the standard left now. All the others have sold. I've got one for tall Barbie that's left. However, the original one would fit tall and the tall would fit regular Barbie. All the difference is there's a little bit more length to the tall one. The body is the same length, it's the leg length, so they would fit both dolls. And there's one for petite, but the petite girl, they are slimmer, so they're slightly shorter and they're slimmer, so that one wouldn't fit any other doll. I don't know if it would fit a Skipper doll, the dress that I've made, because it's very shapely for boobs, and I don't think Skipper dolls have boobs, do they? I don't know. I'm not too sure actually, but and then I've got a curvy, and obviously the only they're only going to fit a curvy, just one curvy. So I've got one for tall, one for curvy, one for petite and one for regular. That's all I've got left. But as I say, regular could wear tall and tall could wear regular. But obviously the other two, they can't. But going forward, it's actually the regular that have sold better actually. And I think I'm going to make more regular clothes, because what I'm finding out, the fashion packs that Barbie are doing now, official Barbie clothes that you buy without a doll, are actually more inclusive. So they will fit a curvy doll, but unfortunately they look a bit big on the regular doll. So yeah, I think I'm going to concentrate on doing the standard doll more, unless I get a request maybe that, someone says, oh please do a curvy in the future. But there hasn't been the demand for it at the moment, but it's whether people know about my shop, because I'm such a new shop. Like, I've had the shop a while, but nothing was on there. So yeah, and no one has given me a review yet, but a customer actually was really pleased with her order, and she contacted me, very happy, and she said she's not allowed to, I didn't ask her for a review, but she's offered to leave a review, but she said she can't do one until a certain date, and she's going to leave one. So that's really nice. So I'll have my first review on there, but I haven't wanted to ask the other customers because I just don't want to be cheeky. I'm just like that kind of person. I struggle to say please like and subscribe on my video, so I struggle with saying please do a review on my shop. And do you know what I'm saying? I'm that typical old British kind of behaviour. So anyway, I've got a couple of dolls here that I'd like to show you. Now, one, I don't know if I've showed it you or not, and she is out the box, but I did put her back in the box, and I've had her sitting in my bedroom above my dressing table. Basically, I've had 3 dolls sitting above my dressing table, above the lights. This doll, my pink Barbie that I've done an unboxing that you've seen, she's back in the box. box, and up there she sits, you know, so she's gone back in lovely. She's up there at the moment. And my BMR Barbie, do you know the one? She's blonde, blue-eyed, smaller eyes than standard Barbie, and she's got quite crazy clothes and wild hair. She has been in one of my diorama with my camera woman and reporter, but I didn't really make a big song and dance about her. Well, she's in a box open up on my dressing table, but this is the one that I'm not sure if you've seen. Now, I absolutely fell in love with this Barbie. She's very pale skinned, she has got platinum hair, and she's blue-eyed. Hopefully you can see her, but she's such a lovely doll, and she's on a tall body as well. So I was thinking, oh, she could be one of my models. So she definitely will be a model, but she hasn't been a model for me yet. Maybe my next line of clothes that I do, if I do a tall one, that is, then yeah, she can be one of my models. And they come in these boxes, and they're called Barbie Signature Looks. These are aimed at adults, not children. Now on the back, she's number 6 doll, and it says there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but there has been another 3 that have come out recently. I've only owned 2 of them, which I'm going to show you the other one in a moment. I've not got her out the box yet, but yeah, so there's 3 new ones, and I've got a picture on my phone, so I'll put that on there. So those are the 3 new ones. I know there's a very glamorous curvy tanned girl. I think there's a dark skinned girl. I can't remember her figure actually. I think she's tall. Yeah, I think she's a tall Barbie, very dark skinned from what I remember. And I think there's a red-headed girl, probably pale skin, but I think she might be on a standard body from what I remember. Lovely dolls, but these are the ones that came out first. I don't know if I've got a photograph of that online, but if I have, I'll put that on for you. And yeah, so basically she is doll number 6, and she's lovely, but I'll just pop her on here for a moment. Well, these dolls have come to an end. This is what I've heard. Oh, actually, do you want to see her boots? Did I show you this doll before? I really can't remember. I mean, they're on made to move bodies as well. The proper made to move with, you know, the wonderful articulation. Actually, she's so articulated. She's all bent. Her feet. Yeah. She was looking a bit like she'd got a problem then, actually. Right, so now shall I move this girl over now, because you're just looking at the side of her head. Maybe, ooh, oops, sorry girl. Does anyone else do that who's got the dolls? You know, when I have mishaps with them, I apologise to them, even if I'm not on camera. It's not a camera thing. Oh, sorry about that. I really don't know what the neighbours thought. If anyone saw me out in the garden doing that diorama for the doll Glastonbury thing, because they probably think I'm crackers, because they'd just see me out there setting up dolls. Anyway, right, I've got another one. Now, what it is, I've heard these dolls are coming to an end. Now, I did actually save this doll a while ago, and then it went out of stock and then came back. And then I was trying not to buy anything, but then I thought, oh, I'm going to do it now, because, you know, these dolls are coming to an end, and they're going to be obviously other dolls. They seem to be bringing out a lot of Barbie extras at the moment, which are Playline dolls, but they kind of carry on over to collector as well. But yeah, I've got doll number 1. So doll number 6, doll number 1, and she's lovely. She would have actually made a very good mini for me, probably a few months ago, because she's tanned. You know, okay, some days I look more tan than others. It depends on the fake tan, and I do tan in the summer. However, I've only actually sunbathed once this year, and we're nearly the end of June, and I've only sat out in the sun once this whole year. She's dark-eyed, very straight face, where I'm more of a smiley person on a photograph, but but she's got highlighted hair, and so obviously when I was trying to go back from brown to blonde, my hairdressers have been doing it slowly with highlights, but she would have been fantastic. And I must admit I was tempted a while ago, but then I thought, wow, I'm going blonde, so she's going to be no good. But I've ended up getting her anyway. So I could have been using her as a mini. But yeah, I'm going to unbox her. So it might cut out for a moment. I'm not going to give it a real detailed unboxing. They're pretty simple, these boxes. And like I say, I've been able to put my doll number 6 back in the box. Pretty trouble free, and display her in it. The only thing is the stand is too wide to go back in these boxes. The pink one you can put her in, but this stand that comes with her, it is too wide, so I have to stand her in it without, and she does like kind of fall to the side in the box, so bear that in mind. But yeah, they will go back in. Hello.
Should we have Cuppa?
All right, have you had your shower? Oh, all right, yeah,
I'm
okay.
in the bathroom.
Oh, okay, you're right, darling, I'm coming. Right, I'm sorry about that interruption. My husband said you want a cuppa because it's 8 o'clock. We normally have a cup about 8 o'clock. He hasn't got in. What it is, I've come down here because he was having a shower, but the bathroom has been taken, so he's not even been in yet. But what I've said is I'm going to finish off here and then I'm going to go up. So what I'll do is I will show you this doll, and then I'll edit all this bit of video, and then I'll do some more filming another day. I've got ice skating tomorrow, so maybe later tomorrow, but for you it'll be like, you know, straight away. Maybe I'll come back with what I'm going to do with head swaps, or maybe I'd have swapped heads already, but whatever I do, I will definitely show you. But it's time for this girl's glory, isn't it? Now, they come with a certificate of authenticity, a word I can say now. Oh, and Rowan, if you're watching this video, I've been practicing permanent. I can say it. I have to think about it because I've said permanent, so permanent, that wrong, so I've said it like that since childhood. My husband's tried to sort it out, so how I was practicing, I was thinking it's perm, not pern, but then I was getting stuck because I was thinking perm and then I was going nunt. So Rowan has broken it down for me, so it's permanent, so permanent. Permanent. Yes, I can say it now, Rowan, thanks to you. I told my husband that you helped. He said, I told you about this ages ago, but the way he told me didn't help me, but Rowan, the way your way, it did help me. So I don't know if there's a word that I can't say now that I've tried to say in my videos. I think I've sorted them all. The only thing I do on my videos, which I've noticed, is when I'm meant to say progress, I say process, and vice versa. It's really weird that I don't, and I know I've done it when I watch it back on editing. I know I've done it wrong, but I still do it. So yeah, that's something else. But maybe I'll just keep doing it. So this is the certificate that you get for adult collectors. I know some people, doll collectors, they do get a bit of stick, you know, for doll collecting. I'm sure people talk about me actually, but do you know what? I don't really care. I think if people laugh at people that collect dolls, they might not be a very kind person, maybe. Yeah, that's what I think. Look, I can see it's quite funny. Do you know, if you was to meet some friends, say if like my husband and I invited some friends, like, as it happens, nobody's going to see the dolls because they're in here, or like there's a few in my bedroom. But say if like you went back to somebody's house and you didn't know about their, you know, their doll collecting antics, you maybe had a few to drink, and then you get back to someone's house and they're not doll collectors, and then they saw these dolls, you know, and dioramas and things, you know, it probably would be quite funny, wouldn't it? I remember hearing a story of someone going back to somebody's house who was into dolls, different kind of dolls. Nothing funny. But yeah, they were drunk and they found it quite funny. So yeah, I can understand that. Well, I've managed to get that out with no damage whatsoever. And again, I'm keeping these boxes. She's so lovely. I'm sure you're familiar with these stands. They're shaped so you can't go wrong with these ones that come with them. They're aimed to go on the waist. Now, I have actually, with dolls that their waists have been a little bit thicker, I've actually rested them on their shoulders, but that's if it's tall enough. Sometimes the doll stands aren't tall enough. If you wonder what I'm wearing, well, you might not wonder what I'm wearing. I'm wearing that dress that was a shop bought dress that I basically hacked up to make it look less frumpy. And I've wore that all day today, and I felt really, really lovely in it. I didn't use the red bag or the red belt, but I came in here to do this video and I was absolutely freezing, so I've had to put this hoodie on. And it's a bit of a mess actually. There's a mark on it that doesn't wash out and things. I do need a new hoodie actually. Right, plastic removed. Let's pop this here. Oh, she's lovely. Her outfit is stunning. Now they're either dressed, these Barbie Looks 1 to 6, they're either dressed in black or white or black with white. But my girls are both dressed in white. They've got white shoes on. Oh, do you know what? Like I would definitely. I'm not saying I wouldn't wear the skirt. I would. I know that would suit me. But it's just having occasion to wear a skirt like that, isn't it? But I definitely wear the top. You know, you could wear that with jeans, couldn't you, and things. But yeah, she's lovely, isn't she? Such a serious face. Yeah, but yeah, dark eyes and things. Yeah, and when my hair was highlighted, I'd have loved to not say, you know, don't get me wrong, I don't think I'm like as stunning as these lovely dolls, you know, but it's just a bit of make-believe, isn't it? You know, they're dolls, they're just, you know, they're incredibly gorgeous, aren't they? You know, it's hard for us women to, you know, be as flawless as that, is it? Nobody's perfect but the Lord. That's what I say to my husband, and he has a complaint. Nobody's perfect but the Lord. Even he uses it now. Yeah, she's lovely, isn't she? Her heel is a bit bent actually. This one here, see, it's curling round. I'm trying to straighten it out a bit. It must be the way her weight was leaning on it more, but yeah, it's not too bothersome. Her shoes are lovely. They've got like a buckle on the, obviously it's all white on the ankle, and you can see the little holes. They're lovely, and they're on made to move body, so they could wear shoes that are flat and heeled shoes, which is great. I don't know if I've mentioned that on my videos. Some of the Barbies have got flat feet, so you can only put flat shoes on them. Actually, all the curvies I know have got flat feet that I've had anyway, and some have only can wear heeled shoes. However, Barbie have got some flat shoes that they do fit heeled girls because they're chunky, so they look like they're shaped for a heeled foot inside, but on the outside they look like a flat. But you can't, I haven't seen it done the other way round, giving a flat-footed girl a heel basically. So anyway, stand this girl on her stand. This doll is very popular. I've seen her a lot. Oh, she's got a bandage look around her leg. I don't know what, I've seen someone else doing an unboxing and it had one on the leg, not two. Yeah, that's strange, isn't it? Maybe it's because that knee's out and that one isn't. Yeah, maybe. But I don't want to put too much pressure on that heel actually, because obviously it's bent. I don't know if I'll ever get that back. Yeah, but I love her. I absolutely love her. They're two lovely girls. Right, now I will be back in a moment for you. For you it'll be a moment. I'm going to have try to compare some skin types maybe for some head swaps, you know, for these girls. I mean, yeah, because I'm going ice skating tomorrow. Actually, my husband's in the shower in a minute, so I might come back down here. Well, actually, look, I'm just comparing the height difference. This Barbie's got figure skates on, look. Actually, should I take her shoes off? See, these skates might not be any good. Yeah, actually, I've got skates for flat-footed skater. That was the skating coach. She had flat feet, flat-footed Barbie. And I've got some, yeah, I need more ice skates. Actually, sorry, I'm having a conversation with myself here. I've got something to show you. I don't know if I'll have time to unbox it in this video. And I probably won't get what I want anyway. Obviously, these girls are going to look taller. They're on doll stands and they've got wicked heels on. These girls, they've got flat feet and they've got nothing on their shoes. So, yeah, this is how they're looking. So, yeah, all it is, she's going to be a bit taller when she's got her made-to-move body, isn't she? Isn't she lovely? I'm just so chuffed with this princess. Right. Yeah, so yeah, I'll be back in a moment with some more antics. And obviously it'll give me the chance to edit this bit of video. So I know how much I can put in at the end to keep it under the hour anyway. So thank you for joining me so far. And I'll see you in the next bit. Bye. It is now the next day. Now, I did film a little bit of head swapping, but I've decided to scrap it because I've only literally got a little bit of video left to share with you to keep it, you know, within a decent amount of time. So basically, I swapped my mini with the plait, the sideways plait, with the baseball Barbie, but I've been ice skating this morning. That's why I probably look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards, actually, because I've walked to skating and I've walked back with my ice skating trolley, and she's in the baseball outfit, so I didn't end up taking her to ice skating, but she looks lovely as a baseballer, doesn't she? So that's why I left her in those clothes. And the baseballer head, she's actually now on my camera woman Barbie, which was her actual original body, and she's holding the camera, so she's going to be the camera woman. But yeah, obviously I'm going to change my mini, but at the moment I'm just loving this outfit and the pink cap and the pink bobble, and it's just so much fun, isn't it? And I've swapped Rapunzel's head with a made-to-move Barbie. Now I couldn't bring myself to take the head from this Barbie. She's a Fashionista 165, and she was in the pink wheelchair, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it because just look, she's no ordinary Barbie. She's in made to move. She's got this, you know, more, you know, neutral face, which can be quite useful for dioramas. Yeah, and she's got earrings in. Yeah, I just couldn't do that to her. So yeah, I let her keep her body. So I did a next day delivery. Oh, actually, I did try and do another Barbie. I've got the one in the space buns, and I thought, no, I like her made to move in her space buns. And I've got this one. She's a yoga Barbie or a made to move, one or the other. But I really like this girl. She's actually a better doll than some of the others. You know, like, this is like an official outfit that she wears in a recent movie, Big City, Big Dreams, and in It Takes Two. But this is kind of a bit of a better quality doll. She's got more articulation. She's got longer hair. Yeah, okay, her hair's probably not quite as light. All the Barbie shades are slightly different. And yeah, so you know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to mess with that Barbie either. And I've got the Breathe With Me Barbies, but then I didn't know if the neck, it would show the moon, because there's a little moon there. So I ended up ordering, well, two in the same, because I didn't want that same gilt. So this is the doll. It's a made to move, and those are the others on the back. I've had that doll twice. twice because I've used them for minis and head rerouting and things. I've done a reroute. Actually, that's her with that doll rerouted, and she's here. And this is the other one, but she's on the Barbie and Tanner body now, like a very old body, not her original. And that girl was my body donor for Brooklyn Barbie, the one that is really expressive. I haven't got that one, so now I've got two of the blonde. I don't know how well you can see them, but this one I'm keeping her as she is, and the other one I'm swapping her for the Disney princess body, which that is what I've done. Now Rapunzel is naked at the moment, so I don't really want to bring her in shot because of doll nudity. But this is Barbie as Rapunzel. Now, there is a movie called Barbie as Rapunzel. Now, I haven't got any of the princess dolls. I suppose the fairy's the closest thing I've got to like a princess kind of one. And yes, but she looks really lovely, doesn't she, as a princess? But I don't know if I want to leave her in the princess outfit all the time. I'm not sure yet, because maybe Rapunzel, she might want her princess outfit back sometimes. Now, Rapunzel's body, this is what she looks like, the doll. Rubbery legs that do bend a little bit. And she's got these pink pants on, or knickers, depending on where you're from. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a fashion pack on her. Now, I suspect the Disney body, I don't know if it's slimmer. I don't know how this is going to fit, because a lot of these fashions now fit curvies. So, but I can always put the yoga outfit on her. I picked this fashion pack up for £3. I've got a collection of fashion packs actually, and I managed to get them for £3 each. Because I didn't buy them straight away, and I wouldn't have bought them. And then when I saw them at that price, I thought, yes, I'm going to do that. And there is a bit of a sentiment to this fashion pack, which I'll tell you about in a moment. Right, there she is in the outfit. It looks a pretty good fit actually. Yeah, it's really very pretty. There's no shoes with it, unfortunately. But I don't know what shoes are going to fit these princess dolls, the Disney princess. Actually, if you were a doll collector, a Disney doll collector, and you've got these dolls, could you let me know if any shoes fit them, please? Because I'd really like to know. I did try to put an ice skate on her last night, and I just couldn't get a foot in it. But it's because she's so rubbery, that's what it is. And here's the headband that comes in it. There we go. Now, the sentimental part of this fashion pack is actually this bag. Now, I remember having this bag when I was teeny weeny, and I must have been around 3, 4 when I had this bag, and I can remember how it smelt and everything, and you could pull it apart. It had like little poppers, so you could pop it out flat and then pop it all back together. And when I saw this fashion pack at full price, I must admit I was tempted, purely for the sentimental part of the bag. Oh, I've dropped one of those little elastics on the floor. So, I forgot to tell you, Rapunzel. Now, do you know when you do a head swap, you've got a neck peg, and the distance from the plastic neck to the peg, where there's a little bit that sticks out, I've put an elastic or two on Rapunzel's because her head was a little bit wobbly, so I put it on. It's a little bit wobbly, so I took it off, put those elastics, and it's not wobbly now, which I'm really pleased about. There we go. So it's very much a holiday look, isn't it? So this Barbie, I must admit, it's not sitting all that flat at the back. I must admit, it is puckered there. Now, that's not how I've put it on. That's how it's been made. I must admit, because I am a dressmaker, I can be a little bit critical of things, but granted, I sew tiny things for Barbie, and it is the hardest kind of dressmaking you can do, really, because they're just such tiny pieces. You can't have the same techniques as you would in bigger dolls' clothes or human clothes or children's clothes. Yeah, well, you know, she's not too hard done by, this girl, having her body taken. She may have lost her made to move, but she's got to wear a Rapunzel princess dress, and now she's wearing this, and she looks pretty lovely. Do you know what? I might even leave her in that. She can have my special bag. You know, it's a bit of a condolence, isn't it, for taking her body, so I can feel less guilty about it. So yes, that's how they're looking. So Rapunzel, what am I going to put on her? I can either put a yoga body on, a yoga outfit on, or something else. Actually, I've decided I'm going to put her actual princess dress on so you can see the fit of it on a made to move body. Now, trying on this dress, what I can tell is that the princess body must be a little bit smaller across the bust. I will get a tape measure at some point in a future video. I'll try and remind me if I forget. I'll measure I'll do some measurements, measure the bust. So yes, but I definitely can tell that Barbie Made to Move has got a bigger bust. Maybe a bigger waist as well, because it does. I can do it up, but it's a little bit more snug. It's very snug on the princess body as well. It's not. We wouldn't call it loose, but yes. So there she is, back in her own clothes. However, she can do a lot more. Actually, I'm going to have a go at putting my ice skates on her. I won't be leaving them on. But I was thinking, actually, if you've got the made to move feet, they can wear any kind of shoe, flat or heels, because of the articulation in the feet. So there we go. We've got a figure skating Rapunzel doll, and she can do lots of things. You can't actually see her legs, what she's doing actually. Maybe I'll pop it out. Yeah, so yes, she can just do a lot more. So when I want to do that figure skating with my other doll, yes, she'll be able to do lots more because they can bend. Right, so this is something I do on the ice. I will get a bit of speed up, go onto one foot, and I can grab my blade and then glide along like that for a moment. It's a shame actually, if I'd known I was going to talk about that, I'd have tried to get my coach to film me doing that so I could put it, on the side. So I'm gonna have lots of fun with these dolls, aren't I? And what I might even do is measure up the princess body dolls. So maybe that's something I could include in my business. I could actually make clothes that fit Disney princess dolls as well. I don't know if anyone would be interested, because they might want to swap to made to move. I don't know. So yeah, there might not be any business for that. Maybe it's something I could try. I could make a batch of garments, put them on my shop and just leave them there, and then just wait, and eventually someone might find me and think, oh gosh, these fit my Disney princess dolls. That's an option, isn't it? You just leave them there, and then the right person, you might be the right person for them, who's made something for their doll kind of thing. So yeah, so that's another possibility. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this Doll Diaries, and I will see you in my next video. I don't know if it's going to be Stitch Diaries or Doll Diaries, because it all depends on how much more embroidery I've got to do on this, but I'm itching to do a Stitch Diaries because I've just got loads to talk about. Is there anything I need to mention? No, I think that's it. So anyway, so if there's anything you think I've missed, just put it in the comments. If I said I was going to do something and didn't, or whatever. But anyway, because yeah, there's something I said I wear while I'm sewing in my Stitch Diary videos, and I said I was going to show it later on in the video, and I never ever did it, but nobody ever mentioned it, so I've still got to show people what it is I wear when I'm sewing. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this episode of the Doll Diaries, and I will see you next time. Bye.